Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Rooted Podcast. On this episode, we're going to talk about some trapping, a few tips and tricks there, and why it's important, what it does to the turkey population, and what it does whenever you don't do it. And then we'll get into kind of the preseason turkey season talk. So, in other words, we're going to talk about things like, patterning your shotgun, making sure you got everything in your turkey vest, maybe even practicing yelping on that turkey call just a little bit. We're going to talk about all those things, and we'll mention the NWTF show as that is coming up. So, as always, though, first things first, Ben, the floor is yours.
Let's dive right in. John 5:24. I tell you the truth, those who listen to my message and believe in God who sent me have eternal life. They will never be condemned for their sins, but they have already passed from death into life. Y'all, this is so important. Having God as your Lord and Savior is the key to eternal life. Jesus. That's the key to eternal life. Nothing else. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care what anybody says. Jesus is your answer for eternal life. And guess what? It's the best thing you could ever do. It was the best gift that was ever given. Because why don't you think about it like this? For all you dads out there that have children, how hard would it be for you to sacrifice your child for the world who hates him? How hard would that be? For me, man, I can't even fathom that.
Yeah.
Can't fathom it. Can't even process it. But that just shows you how big and how good our God is and how much he loves us. Is his willingness to sacrifice his son, who on the third day rose again and is seated at the right hand of God the Father right now, interceding for us. So just keep that in mind, guys. Jesus is the way.
And, it seemed like that they were prepared and they definitely had a mission and was ready to do it for the greater good. And
Oh, yeah.
that's pretty impressive whenever you really think about it. But
Oh, yeah.
speaking of being prepared,
Mm-hmm.
one thing that we like to do to help our chances at turkeys and to prepare for future seasons, not even just this season, but future ones, especially for our kids and even their kids, one of the things that we love to do is trap. We trap
Oh,
raccoons,
yeah.
possums, coyotes,
Coyotes.
even a fox finds its way in there every
Mm-hmm.
once in a while. Look, if you don't trap and you hunt turkeys, you are doing yourself and every turkey hunter you know, present and future, a disservice.
Absolutely.
You
An
need
absolute
to
disservice.
trap.
Yep.
And here's why. And I think Ben even has some cool stats on this, but man, turkeys, raccoons, possums, coyotes, all these critters, skunks, they will just absolutely tear up a turkey's nest. And buddy, look, the bottom line, if you don't have new turkeys being made, you don't have new turkeys to shoot. It's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that you can do to help out next year's or the year after's flock, you need to be doing. And it's really, all in all, man, it's really not that hard or really expensive to get into.
No, it's
When
not.
you really deep dive into it, dude, you can go online or to like a Tractor Supply or a Rural King or something and just get a dog proof trap.
Yep.
A little, I'm sure there's different ones. I use Duke traps. It seems, but I'm sure there's 100 different ones.
Mm-hmm.
But man, very simple. And Ben, if you can explain this better than I can, please do. But it's got a stake and then a little cylinder that's just big enough for like a raccoon or a possum hand to go in. You put
Mm-hmm.
food in the bottom of it. It's got a little trigger that you set by squeezing it. It sets on this little indentation kind of thing that is on like a tilt, and when the hand goes in, he tilts that thing back, and the trigger kind of goes off, and it comes across, snatches, and it kind of pins his little hand and wrist in there, and then that's all she wrote. And you pound that into the ground with a wire, or you could wrap it around the tree. There's a bunch of ways to do that, but In all reality, dude, you buy a trap for, I don't know, how much a trap going for? $10,
Yeah,
15 bucks?
something like that, 10, $15.
And then in all reality, there's a ton of baits you can buy. And I'm not saying there's some that work and some don't. But man, Ben has noticed that this cat food, what's the cat food that you buy?
Friskies, the cheapest
Friskies
stuff
cat
you
food.
can get at the Dollar General. $5 a bag, boys, will last you all season.
And it works great. I've seen
Works fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, speaking of raccoons, here's
Yeah.
a pretty interesting statistic. On average, a raccoons rather, consume 40 to 60% of turkey nest each year.
Mm, that's
Stomach
a
that
lot.
real quick.
Yeah. Let
So,
that sit.
you know, even even if you get a handful of them rascals out of there, you're doing those turkeys a favor. Because let's think about it like this: a turkey does not have any natural defenses. I mean, think about a little poult; they can't even fly, so they have no defense.
Yeah.
An egg has no defense. Mama can try her best, but that raccoon ain't gonna care. And I promise you, a coyote's gonna see Mama as dinner, and he gonna dive in and eat her too. I'm just here to tell you.
Yeah.
So
And
she's gonna fly every time. So that leaves the nest wide open for predation.
they really don't sit on, I mean, they sit on it all day, but during that time they leave it. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, well, there you go. So,
Yep.
they're already at a disadvantage. And yes, they may not be the smartest critters in the world as far as protecting their eggs, but that's when we come into play, and we have to do everything we can to protect them. You're never going to protect all of them. You're never going to get all the raccoons and all the possums. And by the way, you don't need to. That's not what we're here to do. We
Mm-mm.
don't want to just kill off every raccoon. But my goodness, I'm telling y'all right now, if you have a trail cam picture or you've been sitting there deer hunting and you've seen 2 or 3 or 5 raccoons, I'm telling you there's 30 or 40, 50 plus. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
I
Oh, of
don't
course.
care how much you sit in those woods. I don't care. You will not see them all. I'm just
Mm-mm.
telling you right now. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, man, I only seen 2 or 3, how bad could it be? I'm telling you, it's rough.
Oh yeah, it's rough. And I'm doing this study. I'll tell y'all more about it later. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I've got the Wise Eye cameras out right now, scoping out them turkey birds, and dude, I've got some raccoons that are just absolute behemothly large. So as soon as this NWTF show is over, your boy is going into full bore trap mode,
Hmm.
trapping them raccoons like they owe me money, and coyotes too. What I
Yeah.
like to do is, uh, I'll go to the water's edge most of the time, and dude, I've even poured out just a cup full of corn, just enough. They're like, oh, hey, there's a snack. And then, you put out your traps around that. And like you were saying, there's several different ways to anchor your trap. So the
Hmm.
way I do it is I use a little system that I made. It's a cinch, and you wrap it around the tree and then back through the trap and then cinch it down on a tree. You can also use earth anchors, a rebar
Hmm.
or whatever, but I love the cinch method. I also love the earth anchors. They work great. Both work very well. They're very effective.
Yeah.
Just depends on where you are. But the main strategy for catching raccoons is water source, because raccoons tend to be close to or around a little bit of water,
Hmm.
or I mean, for me anyway, that's where I catch majority of them, because you know how the ranch is down there; it's just full of water. So I'll take and put traps at the roadheads on each end of a field, right by the creek, and then I'll put a couple more along around the creek bank, and that way I've got a full perimeter set. And this year, John, I think I'm gonna put out 45 raccoon traps at a time, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a hurting on them, because I'm telling you, it is crucial. Like you said, you're never gonna catch them all. You're
Hmm.
not going to hurt that population. All you're doing is being the equalizer.
Yeah.
You're
Exactly.
giving those turkeys a chance to thrive and repopulate, and I'm sure people are like, well, why'd they cut the turkey season back 2 weeks, and why did our limits drop in half? Well,
Yeah.
guess what?
And this
The
is for
fur,
Tennessee.
yeah, this is for Tennessee. The fur market crashed and everybody quit trapping. Well, guess what? When everybody quit trapping, the turkeys got to hurting real bad because those nest predators exploded, and we have got to get back on that trapping wagon. And look, even if you don't want to sell the fur, take it and get it tanned and just have it. Listen, if you get into a hard time, I've always thought this: a man that has the most tires, the most ammo, and the most fur is going to be doing all right. I'm just telling you, he's going to be fine. So if you got a whole wad of pelts, buddy, that's currency. That's what you call money. You trade it for other things that you may need. And that is how it works. So think of it like that, all you preppers out there. They think of it like that. It is an opportunity to prepare for a cashless, internetless environment. The old trading ways.
You can also make a bunch of cool hats too,
Well, hey, look, I want to make a full jacket out of coyote hide. For me, I want to wear it with the hair on the outside, show up looking like John the Baptist. Dude, John the Baptist coming out of the wilderness wearing camel hair shirt and eating honey and locusts, but instead of locusts, I'm going to eat wild turkey. So, I'll eat the honey, but leave me out of the locusts. I don't care too much for eating bugs now.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
But that's what I want to be. I want to be like that. A little rough around the edge, loving Jesus, telling people about Jesus, and also letting them know that, hey, the point of salvation is not that we will become perfect. The point is that we're never going to be perfect. We had to have a savior to even remotely get into heaven. So, it's like, that's just what it is, man. That's what I want to do. I am a flawed sinner that just wants to tell people about Jesus and kill them raccoons and turkeys.
Yeah, exactly. And you're not going to be perfect in anything in life, whether it's being a Christian or being a trapper. It's just you're all your sets aren't going to catch up. You may have to adjust it. So, like Ben said, he likes going to water. I do as well. I've got a creek that runs through this property. But I tell you what else works, man. Look, they're just like any other critter. They do travel to and from. So if you could find a little path where they're going, especially, man, if you've seen them, whether it's in person or on a camera, dude, just put a trap there. And the dog proof, it was explained to me like this. We had our friend Alan Probst on. This has been a few months back now, but he's so good at trap. I'm obviously North American trapper. That dude's incredible. But he said it best in a seminar. Like, that dog proof trap for a raccoon, it's like fishing with a Zebco. You're gonna get one.
Oh,
It's gonna happen. It's just there's no way it's not. And I tell you, whenever you get one, you're like, ooh, this is kind of cool. This is cool,
Yep.
And I tell you,
awesome.
what's really cool is whenever it happens and you catch. I think I caught 10 to 15, something like that, and then you see the results of it, and then you love it even more. You're like, oh, I get it now. It all comes full circle, and you're like, oh, okay. Well, if I do this, then this happens. Gotcha. And then you just are off to the races, because I'm telling you, once you see that result, it's gonna make you want to do it tenfold. And then you'll next thing you know, you'll be setting 45 dog-proof traps out there for raccoons.
Yeah, I get a little overboard sometimes, John.
Hey, but whenever you have that big of a property and you have that many turkeys and that many raccoons that you need to keep from getting to that many turkeys, it's just part of the gig. But it's super fun, and it's really, really necessary that look, even if you have one or two traps, hey man, and then just keep try to check them every day, or do what I do is I put a wise eye, on it and send it to my phone, so then I know and I go out there. But
Mhm.
either way, if you got time to check it every day, I would recommend it because, especially on a raccoon, dude, they will try everything they can to yank that thing out of the ground or off the
Oh
tree.
yeah.
And I've had this happen. I didn't get there is in enough time. It got caught at like 2 or 3 in the morning. So then I didn't see it till a little, 7 or 8. And by the time I got down there around like 9, it was that raccoon had chewed its leg off of its, wrist basically. Just chewed through its leg
Yeah,
and
that's pretty
left.
wild.
And
Pretty wild, man.
they will do that. So,
They will. They
that's what I'm
will.
saying. Check your traps and then, obviously do what you got to do with the raccoon, get it out of there, and put you another cup of little Friskies or corn or whatever bait you buy, and reset it, and off you
Friskies.
go.
Friskies. That's the way to do it, boys. Friskies cat food, Dollar General. We are
And I
no
tell you
way
this, man,
sponsored by Dollar General either, but that just works for me.
and I will tell you this: if you're wondering what you should try, if you're like, man, this dude talking about cat food's crazy. I've always heard marshmallows work. Hey,
Mhm.
try them both. Put one
Yep.
trap with marshmallows and one trap with that, and just try it and see which
Yeah.
one works better or worse or the same, or just have some fun with it, and you will be shocked at how if you take 10 raccoons off a property, how much your
Mhm.
turkey population will spike.
And John, I may have told this story before, and if I have, pardon me. But I'm going to tell you exactly how important this is. So when we first got down to Sinking Creek Ranch, that very first turkey season, we didn't hear a gobble all year.
Mm.
I mean, not a gobble. We hunted a lot. Me and you hunted down there a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and it was rough, man. We didn't kill a bird, nothing. They were call shy, everything. Well, I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna start trapping down here and really get this program going, and make it happen because there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And buddy, let me just tell you, we started trapping. We started catching raccoons, coyotes, foxes, opossums, skunks, nasty critters. Ooh, they nasty critters. Mm-mm-mm. They stink. Woo,
Yeah,
they
you got to
stink.
shoot them from a while away and give it a day or two.
Yeah, you just got to let that die down in there because it'll stick to you. It'll
Oh yeah,
stick
it's
in
rough.
your nose for months,
Days, yes.
and you just don't even know what to do next. But man, after that, the next season, everybody we took out killed a turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Next season after that, we kept trapping. Everybody killed a turkey. And here we are going into the next season. And I'm about to start trapping again. And I'll tell you this, we had the best hatch I've ever seen last season. It was
We
unbelievable.
saw a bunch right around that one day. I mean,
Yeah,
holy crap, dude! Yeah,
yeah,
stupid, just absolutely
yeah,
dumb amount. In a good way, of course. But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
oh my goodness, man, you will. I'm telling y'all, you will be pleasantly surprised
You
whenever
will
you
be.
take off a bunch of, anything predator wise, and it makes a difference.
It
I'm just
does,
telling you.
and one thing too that I've noted, even on like the mountaintops and the ridge tops, I've caught raccoons up there too, just as easy as I've caught them down in the
Yeah.
hollers
Yep.
in the valleys. I mean, last year, man, I caught 15 just on top of the ridges, and it was unbelievable. I mean, everywhere you look, there's a raccoon in a trap, and I thought, good grief, boys, how y'all get all the way up here? But they do. They're everywhere.
Yep.
They're everywhere.
I tell you, dude, one of the coolest pictures I got on my wise eye whenever it was set on my traps last year. I
Mm-hmm.
had a raccoon in the trap, like kind of struggling, and there was
Yeah.
a flock of turkeys behind it, just staring at it.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
was like, that's why I do this.
Boy, I tell you what, I even used them dog proofs here at my house. I had these raccoons getting in my trash.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, talk
Bad
about
move.
making a mess. Yeah, BC's trash is the wrong one to get into if you're a furry critter. So I set out my little dog proofs, and I saw the rascal one night. I went out my drawers with my little 22 single shot, trying to kill that rascal. No shoes, nothing. Just
Missed
went
it
on
clean, I'm
out.
sure.
Dude, I didn't even shoot. I couldn't.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't see him well enough because it's too dark. But buddy, I sure tried. I gave it everything I had, and so I thought, you know what? Here come the dog proofs, baby. It wasn't 2 nights. I had a small raccoon. Next night, I caught Bertha. Oh yeah. Oh, Bertha done got greedy. Found that Friskies, buddy. Put that hand down in that tube, and that was all she wrote. I woke up the next morning. I walked out and peeked around the corner. I was like, "Ooh, I got you." I said, "Hey Teddy, come here. Look out the window. I'm about to kill a raccoon." And he watched, and I took it around the side of the house and showed it to him, and I said, "Look, buddy, we got one, and we finally got it out of the trash." He said, "Good job, Daddy. Good job." Man, another funny story about the trash. Melissa, my wife, she was taking the trash bag out one day, and she went around the corner of the house. Excuse me.
Oh, man.
And I heard a shrill. I thought, oh gosh,
yeah.
she's dead. Like,
Yeah,
she just
someone
died.
murdered her. Yeah.
Like, what's going on here? Was there a stray bullet or what?
Yeah.
No. She comes storming in the house, threw the trash down on the ground, storms in the house. She said, "I just died." I was like, "Well, are you bleeding? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah, what happened?
And she said, "There is a possum in the trash can." I was like, "Are you serious? Like that killed you? A trash possum in the trash can?" And I walked out there and I grabbed that old leather tail and picked him up and looked at him. I was like, "What's up?" He showed me his teeth, hissed at me a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "You little rascal making a mess in my trash can, I tell you." So I just, walked around the house again, my little 22 single shot, and let her have it. And that was it. Hey, that little revolver, man, that's a nice little rig to take with you. It's efficient, it's handy, and buddy, it's cheap on ammo. One last story about a possum. All right, I got another one.
Hey, look,
I just thought
you
of
might be a redneck if you got more than one possum story.
So year before last, I was checking my traps and everything, and I had just caught like 5 or 6 possums and 2 or 3 raccoons, whatever. And I was coming back across the field, right there in the Field of Dreams, and I see this possum scurrying. I mean, scurrying across this field, and I thought, "Oh yeah, here we go, John Wayne stuff right here."
Yep.
So I'm riding the Honda Pioneer, going 30 mile an hour across this field to catch up to that rascal. I'm not even left-handed, John. And I cock that baby back and go out the side as I'm going, "Peace!" Smoked him. Done. I said, "Boy, I'm as Western as it gets. Y'all look out. I don't even need a horse. I got a side-by-side."
It's got all the horsepower you need.
That's right. And it comes with a winch.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Thank God for that. Oh,
no doubt,
goodness.
Man. Yeah, but I did, boy. I sure enough, old Western style single action click piled that thing right out the side of the side by side while I was running there, and I thought, boy, that's exciting right there. That gets some blood boiling a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you, dude. I finally bought me a brand new 22 semi-auto rifle, and that's my varmint getter, as I like to call it,
the critter getter.
And that old thing's, because I tried to use I have a pretty awesome pellet gun, one of them Gambos or whatever, and it eventually did the job, but it took longer than I wanted to. My first one, and I thought, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Ear hole, buddy. Ear hole works every time.
Man, I've heard that, and I've heard if you kind of like draw an X on their forehead, right where it intersects, that I've heard that too. But man, that old pellet gun didn't have the juice I thought it would, which is weird because I've killed squirrels and stuff with it. But anyway, by golly, that old 22 long rifle, it's a bloop.
Oh yeah, dude, you ain't got to worry about where you aim on that noggin with that thing. It's just done.
Yeah, I mean
That's
they
just
don't
done.
even know what hit them. So
Yep.
I do like that, but yeah, man. So the bottom line is just if you love turkey hunting and you want it to be around, I would suggest trapping
Oh,
coyotes,
yeah.
coons, all of it.
I would too. And you know, John, I get just as excited rolling up
Oh
on a
God,
trap
yeah, dude, it's
that
awesome.
has something in it as I do killing a turkey or a deer. You
It's
know how I
fun.
get. You know how I get, John. I get sideways. And I do, buddy. I do. I tell you. I got one more trapping story for you. I
Come
just thought
on,
of
yeah,
this one.
I ain't mad
So
at it.
we were trapping with some buddies a couple years ago, and we have a trapping weekend every year. And we were down and had set up this bobcat setup, and there was a log with a hole in it, pretty nice sized log with a good hole. It was hollow, and we set that trap to where it had to go through the trap to get into the log to get the bait.
Mm.
Well, lo and behold, the next day, here we go. Little kitty was in there. Oh, bobcat,
Uh-oh.
buddy, they are some fierce critters.
Yeah,
I
they're not
mean,
happy.
buddy, they ain't happy. They ain't playing, and they will tear you up. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
they will tear you up, buddy. I mean, full bore claws flying, teeth shining. They're ready, like a little ninja with fur. And man, we went over there and got around that thing, and they wanted to catch it. I was like, y'all are a bunch of
y'all,
goobers.
y'all are dumb.
What in the world?
We
Like,
got firearms. Use them.
I don't want to put my hands on a live bobcat.
I'm good
I'm
on that, boy.
good. Unless I have to. If I have to defend myself, sure thing.
Well, yeah, different story. But you
But
just going up to it, yeah, I'm all right.
yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to go over there and curb stomp his head or nothing. You know, I just want to make it quick
Yeah,
and
painless as
yeah,
possible and get
just
out of there.
boom, done, go on, move on. But they were like, well, you mess up the hide if you shoot him. I was like, shoot, that little 22 ain't gonna do nothing. Let's just rack one in there.
Yeah, a good
Well,
taxidermist will fix that.
well, buddy, yeah, let me tell you this: that cat wasn't having it, and it ran up the log, and it,
Mm-mm.
oh yeah,
Oh God.
right in the log, and I thought, oh, how are we gonna do this, boys? This ain't good. So,
Oh man.
oh man, we ended up getting him out of the log and catching him, and it was pretty wild. But we got it. We got her done. They did. I just stood back and watched and giggled the whole time.
Yeah,
You
dial
know.
911 just in case.
Oh man, I was ready. I got these locks. You know, if we need to stitch somebody up, I can yank a hair out and stitch them up real good. You know, they used horsehair back in the day, so I think this hair will be all right.
It'll suffice for the moment.
It'll work in a pinch.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, but yeah, dude. But you know, after that, successful turkey season. I'm telling you, it
Yeah.
all boils down to trapping. And I think next time we talk about trapping, I'm gonna have some examples of traps to hold up,
There you
so
go.
they can see what we're talking about here.
Yep, we can get some pictures ready too,
Yep,
presentations.
yep, absolutely. But you know, man, I tell you what, I'm excited for, John, is tomorrow. That's what I'm excited
Yeah.
for.
So, this episode will be out Thursday. That's the first day of the NWTF convention in Nashville,
Oh
uh
yeah,
but on Wednesday we will be there setting it all up, getting it ready for y'all, getting it looking cool and rad and stuff. So we are
mm-hmm.
yeah, man, we are excited. This
Yep,
is probably my gosh 12th year going
yep,
to this thing in a
yep,
row. So man, I love it, dude. I always tell people, the Turkey Federation convention, it's like a redneck Comic Con,
yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
me and 50,000 of my closest friends. And I
Yep.
say 50. I think last year there was like 70,000 people there
Oh wow,
throughout the three
that's a lot of
days.
people.
So it's super fun, man. We get to meet a lot of people. We get to shake hands. I still find it crazy that people actually listen to us. It still
Yeah,
blows my mind. Beyond grateful for that.
yeah, me too.
We actually did have some people come up to the booth and actually knew us. It was like, oh, you know me. That's
That's wild.
weird. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that is weird.
Because,
That is weird, man.
but
It
man,
is.
if y'all are going to be there, please do not hesitate to say hi. Whether it's at the booth or outside of it, I don't care a bit.
Yeah,
if you are a fan of this show, please do not hesitate to say hello. I'd love to chat with you. But
I
when
would too.
we are super excited and happy to be there. We're gonna have some stuff to sell. We even got a couple cool little giveaway. I say giveaway stuff we're giving away. We're not doing a giveaway.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm pumped up, dude. I'm excited. We're gonna be at booth 1956 NWTF show. So come out and see us.
Yeah, absolutely. Come out and see us. And one last thing, John, before we dive off here, let's break down the turkey vest and what you
Yeah.
need to do
Yeah.
before season. So, what I figure what we'll do is, we just tell what we both like to do. So,
Yeah.
rule number 1 before turkey season: pattern your shotgun.
Gosh dang. And here's a
can't
caveat.
say it enough.
Yes. Look, just a caveat really quick. I don't care if you're shooting your shotgun that you've had for 27 years. I don't care. Go out and shoot it.
Yep.
You never know when
Never know.
something funky happens. You bumped it 4 months ago and you don't remember it because you're scatterbrained like me. Go out there and shoot your gun.
Yep.
Now, I know Ben's going to tell a story because it's been cold. So, Ben, tell a story about not patterning your gun.
Well, you got it, buddy. So we were out there at the Sink Creek Ranch, and this old feller done bought him a shotgun from the pawn shop there. And I said, have you patterned it yet? And he said, no. I said, well, you may want to step outside and pattern it real quick so you know exactly where it's shooting. Man, it's a shotgun. I was like, okay.
All right.
Your hunt, buddy. I'm offering you my gun, which is dialed. It is dead. Like, that bird walks out. If you miss, it's because you miss, not the gun. It's because you're the problem. And he wouldn't do it. But his buddy took my advice and took my gun. And, well, we got on a bird, John. Perfect. 30
Everything
yards.
you want.
30 to 40 yards. Swing and a miss.
Ooh,
Shoots 3 times. Never cuts a feather.
Uh-oh.
So we roll on down, back down, because we done walked up the top of the mountain at this point. Roll back down to the bottom. We get down to right there at the intersection going into the Field of Dreams, and I strike up 2. I mean, they're hammering and running. Buddy, it happened so fast, I didn't even have time to sit down. I just hid behind a tree. I was a true tree hugger at that point. And I told them, I said, look, I can't see the birds, but when y'all feel like they're close enough, shoot them. And they got to 15 steps.
Oh,
I hear 2 shots. One's dead, one's flying with 2 shots coming behind it. Never cut a feather. Moral of the story is the gun was way off and it didn't fit him well. He ended up having to shim it or something like that. So, moral of the story is pattern your shotgun and know before you go in the woods what your pattern is doing. Because a simple correction before the hunt will save you a lot of grief and kicking yourself in the hind end when you pull that trigger and nothing happens and the bird flies away.
It's tough, man.
It is. It happens. Hey, I've missed. I've missed.
Everybody misses. It's not about that, because sometimes you just get all caught up in the moment and you rush your shot, or you just overthink your shot, or the bird moves. There's a ton of stuff that can happen. But when you miss it because you didn't pattern your gun, that's tough.
Or like what happened with us in Texas that one time. They were so close. They were so close, and you were shooting that anaconda choke tube or something like that. That thing's like shooting laser beams out there.
Close, yeah.
You can knock them down at 100 yards with that rascal. Good night. It's unbelievable. But hey, they were 10 yards from us. And,
they were close.
That's close, man.
And I didn't. I rushed it. So whenever you have a combination of things where, man, if it's close and you got to focus, and thank God I focused on the last shot, but, man, it takes a combination of things to get it going. But it all starts with Pat. If you don't know where that gun's shooting, you don't even know where to start.
Yep.
You know,
That's
you
true.
just don't. And you got to have a good starting point. Buddy, I don't care if you get there and, oh my God, this gun shoots 6 inches to the left. Well, by golly, at least you know to aim 6 inches to the right. I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend it, but at least you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to pattern your gun. And I'll tell you this too: a lot of people do not do this. You need to at least try 3 different shells. At least try a few. I'm not saying go out and buy a box of every ammo ever created,
Yep.
but gosh dang, buy a few different kinds, try it out, because you'd be very surprised that you're like, man, this gun don't really shoot this shell well. Then you put another brand in it, and oh my gosh, it shoots great. I've had it happen, and you're like,
Yeah.
wow, I really thought this shell was going to do it, and it just don't. And that's not a knock on that shell. It's just sometimes the gun doesn't like it for a variety of reasons, and you just got to find what works best for you. And you know, if it's not the one that's you know, the hottest, coolest, whatever on the street, that's okay, man. If it kills birds, it kills birds. No, I've never once, never one time, have I shot a bird and brought it to a buddy, and he said, well, man, if you didn't shoot that with the cool TSS, so I don't care. Not a one time.
Never.
Never.
Not once.
It's always been like, heck yeah, dude, you shot that sucker, man. You done busted his head open, baby. Every time.
That's right. Well, hey, I'm going to tell a miss story of mine real quick. This was back in the great state of Alabama, Paint Rock Valley, or Paint Rock, Alabama, with my dear buddy Chase Hanley. That old boy taught me how to turkey hunt, and he's the reason why I am turkey hunting, because, I mean, he is that guy, him and my buddy Kane Hubbard's daddy, Joel Hubbard. But Chase took me under his wing after we started going to church with him, and was like, hey, man, you want to go turkey hunting? I was like, well, yeah, that sounds great. Long story short, he taught me a lot. We hunted a lot together. But this one particular morning, I was set up in the field that we call the blood field, because it has been a true, trying to think of the words to use here. It has been a turkey killing spot.
Nice.
And I mean, year after year, time after time, proves itself every year. Well, I'm sitting up by myself that morning because he went on down to a different part, and I hear these birds, man, hammering on the roost. They went silent. And I thought, crap, man, they're going to be one of them mornings they just don't gobble.
Lockjaw after.
Lockjawed up. Well, I look up, or actually, I'm looking down at the ground because there's no cell service down there, so I couldn't even be on my phone. But heck, I think back then our phones weren't even capable of doing anything like that. So I was just looking at the ground, you know, drawing in the dirt with a stick. And this turkey gobbles. Scares me to death. Right behind me. I mean, dude, I probably jumped 10 foot, John. I mean, he couldn't have been more than 20 yards behind me. Luckily, I was in a blind because I just slipped into that blind that morning. But man, I'm talking, dude. I don't know if any of y'all ever had that happen, but when a bird slips up behind you and hammers, and you don't know he's there,
startles you to death, boys.
Oh my gosh! Well, you know, so I'm startled already.
Yeah.
And he's coming on my left side, right? Well, he's coming on my right side. Sorry. Excuse me, guys. He's coming on the right side. I'm right-handed. And instead of waiting, you know, for him to get in front of the blind so I can shoot him right, I'm like, boy, this is my last chance. So I put that old original Benelli 12-gauge pump right out that window with my left hand.
Oh, good.
Oh, buddy. I missed.
Oh, I'm sure.
I missed so bad, John. I got so upset. I was just pouting. I mean, pouting all morning. Sad as could be.
We've all been there.
I was like, what the heck, man? This is ridiculous. I suck at turkey hunting. I ain't ever going to do it again. You know, the whole, I quit this turkey hunting.
Buddy, you sling a shotgun? Hey, we both been a part of a hunt with old feller slings a shotgun. I don't know if we want to talk about that or not, but we can.
No, not right now, but man, I'm still sore about my shotgun getting slung in the mud. Not really, but
No, but hey, man, that was one of the funniest things I ever filmed in my life.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
Gosh. Anyway, but yeah.
But anyway, so I go meet up with Chase, and he's dogging me, making fun of me,
Oh, yeah, that's part of the fun.
rightfully so. And then he realized that I was really upset, and he was like, "Oh dang!" He said, well, "Let's go try to get another one." I was like, "All right." I said, "If I can hit it, I mean, just a true Debbie Downer, buddy. I mean, boy, I was
Oh
just,
my gosh.
boy, I was beating myself down to tears. I'm telling you." And so we walk around. There's a little swamp down there, and right next to an old cornfield, and we hear one fire up over there. So here we go. In that deal where we're trying to get him to come to us, and he won't. He's stuck in a strut zone. So here me and Chase go crawling through a swamp
Mm.
in the spring.
Mm.
Yeah, copperheads.
Oh yeah,
pretty prevalent in those areas.
sure.
Well, buddy, we come up and there's this little cane thicket right there. And we were going to just ease up, like it's like a little embankment. So we are just going to kind of crawl up that embankment and poke our heads up and find them and shoot them. Well, I went to go put my hand down, and I looked down, and there is a copperhead coiled up, ready to strike. And I thought, oh, might not want to be there. And so I went around him a good ways, out of striking distance, still crawling through the swamp. And I thought at that point, I was like, oh, he's dead now. We killing a turkey now. We done seen a snake. It's over. And come up, and buddy, that bird hit the ground so fast, you didn't know what hit that thing. He just went down like 4 flats.
Nice.
And you want to talk about a redemption? Buddy, I was so tore up at the lowest of lows in my turkey hunting gigs, and then the highest of highs all within an hour. It was awesome, man. Awesome.
Hey, and I'll tell you this too. I don't care if you get a brand new shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, my dad got a brand new, very nice, $1,200-$1,300 shotgun. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and before I tell the story, the company made it right and he ended up getting a bird, but he got it, and we found this out later, but the barrel was bent and it was shooting like 3 feet to the left, right out the box. And there ain't no fixing a bent barrel.
No.
So, at least not from home, And dude, so Ben and I are in Texas, and I'm getting pictures from the Wise Eyes. And I know Dad's hunting, so I'm kind of watching it because they're coming in pretty regular. That's the Chufa field, and I'm waiting for him to shoot a bird,
Mm-hmm.
And dude, the first couple days he just keeps missing. One day he missed like 3 in a row because they just keep coming in. It's such a good spot.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, I don't know what's going on with this freaking gun, man. What? And I said, okay, I don't know what to tell you, man, other than just quit freaking out and shoot better, and well, I'm sitting there watching my Wise Eyes. We're hunting in Texas, and all of a sudden, I get a picture of a shot because I could see like the blind in the field, and then my camera tells me that it's like offline or whatever, and I thought, that seems a bit weird. I mean,
Happy done shot the camera.
So I called Dad. I said, well, I got 2 questions. Did you get the turkey? Yeah, I finally got it. I said, well, I think you also got my camera. And he went and checked it, and sure enough, boys, he shot the Wise Eye. I was like, oh my freaking gosh.
Oh yeah, he did.
And then he sent the gun back, got it straightened out, shot a turkey, all this other jazz. But yeah, so, and great story. He patched that thing up with JB Weld. We put some fresh batteries in it and all this. It still runs and works to this day, that camera that got shot.
Yeah.
But
fine cameras.
man. But anyway, I just tell y'all that to say, I don't care if it's a brand new $1,300 shotgun. Freaking pattern it.
Shoot it. Shoot it.
Yeah.
You got to shoot it, boys.
But As far as I know, this question started with turkey vest. As far as what I do for that goes, so once my gun is patterned, and then I start to get my vest together. Um, a couple essentials. I like to have a couple extra shells in there. Obviously, my turkey calls. I like to have a variety. So I'll have a slate call. I'll have a ceramic call, glass call, a few different mouth calls, and at least two different strikers, like different material. I like to do that because you just never know what that turkey's going to want to hear that day. He may love the ceramic one day, and then he may love aluminum the next, or slate, or whatever. So I like to have a kind of variety. I'm a big mouth call guy, obviously for the hands free feature. Um, and look, I also love to have rain gear that is in a Ziploc bag, really cinched up tight, because I've been caught in a rainstorm before. It's never too fun. It's always good to have. Um, and then you gotta have you got to have a pocket with snacks in it.
What you talking about?
You got
Honey
to have it.
buns and zebra
Oh,
cakes, baby.
buddy.
Star
Star
Crunch.
Crunch. Ooh, what
Yeah.
you talking about,
Yeah.
man?
Star Crunch.
Dude, there is nothing better than whenever you just shot a bird with your buddies and you reach in that pocket and you hear the crumble, the crunch of a wrapper.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's what I'm talking about. You
Well,
gotta
John,
have it.
you know, you're sitting here talking about your calls and all this crap, and my first thought was, where's the honey bun going?
Yeah,
That's my
hey,
first thought.
that
Every
honey
morning.
bun first.
Forget the calls. I need my honey bun and my zebra cake and a Star Crunch and a Coca-Cola in the pouch for the box call. That's
Look,
how that works for me.
you need all them calories because we're gonna go on a hike now. Don't you worry about
Hey,
that.
you better bring them hiking boots because we're going for a walk, baby.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
it's just part of the gig. But
Yeah.
and of course, you got to have your gloves and your mask and your hat and all that stuff. But
Mask? I don't wear a mask. What you talking about? You got to have your cork, your wine cork, and a lighter so you can rub it on there.
well, for those of you that don't want to rub their face like me, you can just wear a mask. It'll be all
Well,
right.
there you go. You can do that too, but I just like the maskless feature.
Well, and also not everybody has a built-in mask hanging from their face like you do.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, you got a pretty good beard though. I will give you that.
Hey, it works out. It is bright red, which sometimes, hey, I feel like when the sun's hitting it, I feel like turkeys think that I'm a turkey with a red head, and they come to me. I think that's part of my magic.
They might, dude. They might, because you magic man.
Hey, look, I tell people all the time, I'm really not that good at a lot of things, but I'm good at calling turkeys and cooking, and that's about all I got going for me.
I wouldn't say that, John. You got a lot more going for you than that. But I will say, the boy can call a turkey, and he can cook a fine meal. Oh, hey, my gosh.
One of my favorite... Oh, sorry, Bing. Finish.
Well, I was going to say, on one of these upcoming episodes here, I want you to go into turkey calling 101 with a pot call and then with a mouth call.
Yeah, box call, all of it.
Box call, go into locator calls. I want you to do all that because, listen, guys, John ain't going to tell you this, but he has been on one of the highest stages you can be in as a competition turkey caller. Mm-hmm. He is good. So he can make turkeys talk when they don't want to talk. He just forces them to talk. He's like, man, that sounds so good. They're going to gobble anyway.
I never claimed to be a champion caller.
But you are.
I've won some stuff to get to Grand Nationals. And look, Grand Nationals it's a whole different level. I've realized pretty early on that I those guys are different, and I realized I just didn't want to do that for a living per se. But I had a lot of fun doing it, and one of the funniest early stories of Ben and John, we're in Illinois or something.
I don't even remember where we were.
And Ben was talking about turkey calling, and he hadn't heard me call yet, and I didn't tell him a lick about nothing. And he said, "Why don't you pick up that call and rip on it just for funsies?" We were just driving, whatever.
Dude, that was intended. No, that was on our way to Georgia.
Somewhere. I forget where the heck we were.
Georgia, baby.
But it's like, I said, all right, so I just started picking on it, and next thing you know, I just went to town on the thing, and he looked at me and says, wow, I didn't know you could do that. I'd have let you call. And then I told him, yeah, I may or may not have been on a stage a time or two. And he's like, well, why didn't you freaking say something, man?
Yeah, no doubt, man.
So anyway, but it's one of the things I love, dude. If you can, whenever I learned that I could, a human could replicate a wild animal and it talk back to me, it's one of the coolest things in the world, dude.
Oh yeah,
I love it, man. Now don't get me wrong, I love shooting them, but I really, really love, especially now, like last year when I got my sister-in-law on her first bird, and I've got my father-in-law on his first, and I got some more hunts lined up this year for first, people's first birds. But man, whenever I can manipulate that turkey and then someone gets their bird, that's a cool feeling, man.
It is. There's no better feeling, buddy.
No
better feeling. But John, I'll tell you what, buddy, I'm getting tired, and we got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. But y'all listen, if you're coming to the NWTF show, we are booth 1956. Come see us. We'd love to shake your hand. Love to talk turkeys, ducks, deer, hogs, whatever. It is.
Yeah.
Come talk to us. Come see us. 1956.
Yep. Come on to see us. And on Saturday, Coach Strickland will be there at 9 a.m. as well. So we're going to have some guests. We're going to be selling some hats. We got some, I think some stickers. And I think we even have a few. I'm not bringing a ton. I'll just tell you. But we got some targets to be there so you can pattern your shotgun. And yeah, man, we got all sorts of cool and fun stuff. So please come on out, booth 1956, Nashville, Tennessee.
Come on out, boys. And with that, the redneck is out.
See y'all.